Hey man, I get it. You're sitting there staring at her posts, watching her smile like nothing happened. Like all the time and energy you gave meant absolutely zero. You gave her your attention, your consistency, your effort, and now she's out here pretending you never existed. It's confusing, almost infuriating. How can someone move on so quickly from something that felt so real? How can she jump into a new life while you're still trying to catch your breath? But what you need to understand is what you're seeing isn't healing. It's distraction. It's noise. It's surface level happiness that masks deeper unrest she hasn't faced yet. Because women don't process breakups like we do. Don't crash on day one. They disconnect slowly over time, long before the relationship ends. While you were still in it, trying to make things work, trying to love her better, she was already drifting. She cried silently next to you. She mourned the bond in silence while you were still fighting for it. So when she finally walked away, it looked clean, cold, final. But that's just the final scene of a movie she'd been watching alone for months. She doesn't feel the pain right away because she's been numbing herself to it. The real sting doesn't come with a goodbye, comes with the silence afterward. When no one texts goodnight. When the attention fades. When her new life doesn't fill the hole she thought leaving would fix. That's when it starts to hit her, but by then, you're already transforming. You're already rising. And she's realizing too late that she wasn't just walking away from a man, she was walking away from a presence. A peace, a loyalty she might never find again. Here's what most men never learn. True power comes in silence. She expected you to chase, to beg, to fall apart. That's the script she's seen play out 100 times. 'Cause most men crumble. When the woman they love walks away, they reach out, tie, they plead. They try to prove their worth, hoping to remind her of what they brought to the table. But not you. You didn't break. You didn't lose yourself. You didn't act from emotion. You went silent not as a game, but as a decision. And that silence, it shifts everything. See, women are used to being the prize, the center of gravity, the one who sets the emotional terms. But when you pull your energy back, when you stop orbiting her world, you take that power with you. Suddenly, she feels the space you used to fill. Not right away, but slowly, deeply. And that shift, it stings, 'cause you're no longer trying to get her attention. You're giving that attention to yourself. You've stopped proving anything to her. You're building for you now. She starts to notice. The silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of growth. It's you not being where she left you. And that's when doubt creeps in for her. That's when she starts to realize you might not be waiting. You might not care anymore. And that possibility messes with her more than any words ever could. She thought she knew you. She thought she could leave and still have access to you. But your silence rewrites the narrative. It tells her you've outgrown her pull. And the moment she sees you focused, disciplined, grounded, that's the moment she understands. She didn't just lose a man. She lost a man who found himself. There comes a moment when the high fades, the freedom, the excitement, the attention she chased after leaving you. At first, it feels like a fresh start to her. New faces, new conversations, endless validation. But it's all surface level, temporary, because none of it carries the weight, the depth, or the stability you once brought into her life. And slowly, reality starts to creep in. That new guy? He doesn't have your patience. The conversations, they lack the spark, the connection, the comfort you naturally gave. The nights out stop feeling exciting and start feeling repetitive. Phone might be blowing up, but none of those texts feel like home. None of them carry that grounded presence you provided. That's when it starts, the silent comparison. Every smile she fakes, every joke she forces. Every empty flirtation becomes a mirror reflecting what she gave up. She doesn't tell anyone about it. She won't admit it out loud. But behind closed doors, she's looking at your old messages. She's checking your profile, not to see if you're suffering, but to see if you've moved on. Because if you've moved on, state, it means her fantasy of returning things fall apart might not be possible anymore. The pain for her doesn't hit during the breakup. It lands when she realizes the world outside of you doesn't feel as safe, as fulfilling, as stable. That's when the weight of her decision shows up. And the worst part for her isn't that you're gone, it's that you're doing better without her. She thought she could leave and keep your energy lingering in her life. But you've evolved. You're not the man she left. You're the man she can't reach. And that's when the regret starts to burn. Quietly, consistently, brutally. You don't need to post your progress. You don't need to flaunt your glow. You don't even need to speak. Because the man you're becoming now doesn't need validation. He lives in self-respect. She see it in the way you've gone quiet, in the way you've pulled your energy back, not with resentment, but with purpose. While she's still chasing noise, you're chasing clarity. While she's trying to fill voids with distractions, you're filling yours with discipline and direction. That's the shift she didn't expect. Most men try to get noticed again. They post to provoke. They try to look better off just to catch your eye, but not you. You're not leveling up to get her attention. You're leveling up because it's who you were always meant to be. And nothing makes a woman feel the loss more than watching a man evolve without looking over his shoulder. She checks your page, looking for signs that you still care. She reads between the lines, hoping to find a breadcrumb. But there's nothing. Just silence, peace, progress. And that, more than any angry message or emotional outburst, is what shakes her. Because she thought you'd be watching. She thought you'd still be emotionally tied to her story. Instead, you've moved on to your own. You stopped waiting. You stopped explaining. You stopped needing closure. That's when your silence became a presence, one she can feel even in your absence. That's when she realized she no longer had a hold on you. Not because you stopped caring, but because you started caring about yourself more and the man you are now. It's not driven by the past, he's focused on the future. And that future no longer includes the girl who couldn't see your value when it mattered. Eventually, she'll come back around. Maybe not with a full apology, maybe not with a grand confession, but in some way she'll try to step back into your life. It might be a, "Hey, how have you been?" Or a reaction to your story, or even just lingering a little too long on your profile. But understand this, her return isn't always love. Sometimes it's loneliness. Sometimes it's her, struggling to accept the silence you left behind. The attention she used to take for granted is gone now. And she's not reaching out because she misses what was real. She's reaching because she can't handle what's replaced it. That's where you need to be sharp, disciplined, detached. Ask yourself, has she changed, or is she just reacting to your growth? Is she seeing your worth, or is she just afraid no one else matches it? If it's the second, you already know what to do. Let her go. Again, without hesitation. This time, not from pain, but from peace. She never expected you to heal. She never thought you'd move forward without looking back. That's why the loss hits her harder now. She thought she could come back any time, that your emotions would still be tied to her. But you've changed the script. You're unreadable now. Unreachable. You've become the version of yourself that no longer needs closure. 'Cause you are the closure. You never really lost her. You just lost the illusion that she was right for you. And once that illusion broke, you began to see your own value clearly. You stopped dimming your light to keep someone comfortable. Now you're shining brighter than ever. And that glow, it doesn't chase, doesn't wait, it moves forward. Let her grieve. Let her feel what it's like to lose a man who gave her everything and then gave himself everything instead. You're not bitter. You're not broken. You're better. You're no longer proving anything to her. You're simply becoming a man she no longer has access to. That's not revenge. That's evolution. And brother, that's how you win. Quietly. Permanently. With dignity. You don't just get over her. You rise so far above that the version of you she left behind is just a memory on the man you are now shall never touch again.